Dark history, the Jewish children of Rhodes, stolen by the sea. They were told to bring just one suitcase. Then they vanished into the waves. A forgotten Sephardic world. On the island of Rhodes, in the early 20th century, lived a thriving Jewish community, descendants of Sephardic Jews exiled from Spain in 1492. They spoke Ladino, a Spanish-Hebrew mix, and lived for centuries in peace under Ottoman rule. But in 1912, Italy took the island Rhodes, and by the 1930s, Mussolini's fascism crept in. Still, the Jews of Rhodes hoped they were safe. Even as W2s erupted, they believed, "We are too far, too small. The war will pass us." They were wrong. The day everything changed, July 1944, the war was nearly over. The Nazis, desperate, turned their gaze to Rhodes. German officers arrived with lists. The entire Jewish population, over 1,700 people, was ordered to report with one suitcase each. They were told they'd be relocated for safety. They were herded onto boats, cramped, starving, terrified. It took 13 days at sea with no food or water to reach Athens. From there, Auschwitz. Almost all were killed. Of the 1,700 Jews deported from Rhodes, only 151 survived. Entire families, including infants and the elderly, were murdered. But what makes this story more haunting? Italy had just lost the island to Germany. Had the Nazis arrived 1 month later, the Jews of Rhodes may have been saved by the Allies. It was a race against time, and the Nazis won. Erased in silence. The destruction was so complete that many survivors returned to find their entire neighborhood gone. Homes looted, cemeteries desecrated, names forgotten. Even today, few people know there was ever a vibrant Jewish community on Rhodes. Why you've never heard of it? Most Holocaust education focuses on Central and Eastern Europe. But the Sephardic Jewish communities of Greece, Turkey, North Africa, and the Middle East, many of which were wiped out, are barely mentioned in Western history books. This was not just genocide, it was cultural erasure. Language, music, traditions, gone. One ancient synagogue in Rhodes still stands, mostly empty. They sang in Ladino until the doors closed. Some survivors said people sang hymns in Ladino as they were pushed into train cars. The last sounds of a people who had lived for 500 years in exile, only to be wiped out in a single month.